Hey, it's Courtney Fielder. We're here at the Moose Jaw Humane Society with Executive Director Dana Hawkes. Dana, 2 weeks out from a Paws For Pledges Radiothon. Can you believe it?
It's getting really close and it's so exciting. Every year, the build-up is awesome to see the support of the community from our mail-out come in, and then those people that, come in the day of the Radiothon to make their donations. We're pretty blessed.
We really have made so many memories, too, over the past 8 years going into this 9th year here, from ways that people have fundraised to seeing kids that have started out from the beginning with us that are now into their teen years that are still donating for the Moose Jaw Humane Society.
Yep, and those that started out as their teens that are now ready to adopt a pet of their own. It's amazing.
It really is. And you know what? That's one of my favorite things about this Radiothon is that not only do we get to hear the stories of everybody, of the animals coming into the shelter, but the success stories and the fostering stories, or the foster fails, as we like to call them.
Yep, those are always our favorite, the foster fails. But then we do lose a foster family, so we always need new fosters. And then those, the day of the Radiothon, we hope to be able to have some adoptions happening that day so that the community can see the excitement of the staff to have that furry friend go home to their forever family.
Now, for people that maybe aren't familiar with the Paws For Pledges Radiothon, partnering up with Country 100 and the Moose Jaw Humane Society, what do the funds go towards?
They go to the daily operations here, and the biggest part of that every month is our vet bill. That's every adult animal leaves here spayed or neutered. When they come in, every animal gets at least one vaccination. They're dewormed, they're microchipped. If they have any medical issues, those are dealt with and before the pet ever goes home. If it's an animal that needs medication, continued medication, that first month the medication goes home with them. We want to make sure they're well on the road to success.
And I love that you guys do that too. You guys are like the first family for these animals that are here at the Humane Society looking for their forever homes.
That's right, and we do get pretty attached to each and every one of them. So if people sometimes think that we're a little too picky about where they go, it's just because we care.
Definitely. And I know something that we've talked about a lot too over the years and the coming weeks here of the Paws For Pledges Radiothon is about the whole thing when it comes to taking the animals home. It takes, 2 weeks, 3 weeks till they feel like they're at home and they're here to stay?
Yeah, it's the rule of 3. So it takes them 3 days to start to understand, that this is where I am. And then it takes 3 weeks for them to start to, learn your routine. And it takes 3 months for them to finally breathe that sigh of relief and realize that they're at home.
And I know you guys have had so many great adoptions over this last year alone. I feel like everybody had gotten a pet to be a part of their lives.
They really did. We really did see an increase in the adoptions during COVID, and actually a decrease in the number of dogs in particular that we had for adoption. So far in the month of October, and this was our Tuesday, this is now Thursday, our Tuesday numbers, we had done 52 adoptions, and we've only been open for 16 days in October. So that's over 3 adoptions a day, which is pretty good.
It definitely is finding their forever homes. I know one thing too this year with the warmer weather that we've seen continue on, another big topic that we've talked about over the last couple of weeks here is kittens, with there being an influx in kittens, right?
Yep, and it's the warmer weather just continues the kitten season, but now that weather is starting to dip and those kittens are under the weather. They have upper respiratory conditions and they are struggling to survive. So we are looking for those foster homes just to give those little babies some extra love and attention and those medications that they need until they're healthy enough to come back to the shelter for adoption.
And see, that's something I didn't know. I didn't know that kittens that were born in the fall had many more health issues and complications.
They do for sure. We have a vet who sits on our board, and that we learned that ourselves a couple of years ago when that, global warming maybe happened, and we just experienced a couple of years where we had excessively warm falls and kitten season never stopped. We will have kittens available for adoption in December this year.
Wow, that is so crazy to think. And I know over the last almost 2 years now, there's been a lot of changes when it comes to the Moose Jaw Humane Society and how things have operated. And you guys have succeeded through everything with the pandemic.
We have, and we actually have chosen to continue to do our adoptions that way because it gives us a chance to go through those applications before we choose a family for the pet. And just an example, we have one cat here who isn't good with young kids. So if somebody applied for them that had toddlers and little people at their house, that wouldn't be a good fit for the cat. And we don't want the cat to be unhappy or the people who adopt the animal to be unhappy. So it gives us an opportunity to kind of go through, and not that there's anything wrong with any of the applications, but we just want to make sure we're picking a family that is the best fit for each individual pet.
No, definitely. And of course, too, I know over the years now, collectively, we've raised over $700,000. That's nearly $1 million. This year, another big goal, $85,000, which all goes towards helping out the Moose Jaw Humane Society and everything. Does it amaze you every time you get to that final 12th hour when you see that total?
It really does, and there are parts of the day every year where we all sweat a little that we may have reached for a goal that we can't get. But every year, the community of Moose Jaw steps up, and we meet that goal every single year.
And I feel like the community of Moose Jaw has such big hearts when it comes to animals.
They really do. We are so lucky. You know, Moose Jaw is a small town, even though it's a city. And everybody who lives here really loves and respects animals. And they reach into their pockets every November, and they never let us down.
And I know everybody loves and respects everybody here at the Moose Jaw Humane Society for all the hard work that you guys do with these animals day in and day out.
Well, we hope so. We appreciate their support, and I'm really lucky that I work with a team of individuals that are like family, and they all put the needs and well-being of every animal that comes through the door above their own.
So make sure that you join us for our 9th annual Paws For Pledges Radiothon, all right here at the Moose Jaw Humane Society as we broadcast live on location from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m.